Hello, and welcome back to Gummi Ship Radio, the podcast where two childhood girlfriends synthesize their brains to comprehensively figure out what exactly is the Kingdom Hearts lore. As a gentle reminder, our commentary section may sporadically allude to spoilers throughout all the Kingdom Hearts installments, so if you don't want to run that risk, feel free to skip that section and jump to the storyline update section. Time codes of each section are listed in the show notes. Each season of Gummi Ship Radio will follow the release order of the video game series, and episodes are chronological with the events of the game of the season. We strongly recommend listening in order, so proceed at your own caution. I'm one half of that brain, Victoria.
And I'm the other half, Brittany, and I'll be leading today's episode on Floor 6 and Basements 9 and 8. We see Sora can't remember until Larxene pushes him to, while Lexeaus and Zexion leave a mess for Vexen to handle. Riku runs into his replica, which sets his sights on Sora. Meanwhile, Larxene, Axel, and Vexen argue over whether Sora is really worth all the hype. And here's our Jiminy recap. It seems we're slowly losing our memories of what happened before the castle, and all of my notes about last journey have vanished. But in exchange, Sora is remembering other things he must have forgotten until now, like a girl he knew when he was little. And there is no D report at this point. Elsewhere, near Sora's Floor 6. Larxene and Axel say the plan is going just as intended. Larxene tells Axel that he has had his fun and that it's her turn, teasing that she won't just hand anything over. Axel warns don't break him, and he reminds her Sora is the key. We need him if we're going to take over the organization. Larxene basically says keep it down, bro, and Axel claps back. You would have been wise to have done the same, Larxene. Floor 6. Goofy asks if Sora remembered his friend's name yet, but Sora admits that's the one thing he can't remember. Donald says he has to hurry up and dig deep. Sora hee-hees. Then Larxene shows up and has some creepy smile on. She introduces herself, mocking Sora, and says that the castle is stripping away all of his worthless memories to bring out his true ones. She lays it on thick by saying he's forgetting the most important person that'll break her heart to know that he can't even remember her name. Sora presses her for answers. She says that the girl is being held hostage somewhere in the castle. Then she kicks the shit out of Sora and a charm falls out. She taunts him to remember who gave it to him. Sora finally remembers. It's Naminé. Larxene laughs how long it took and almost smashes the charm, but Sora counters, saying it's precious to him. She calls him a baby and tosses him a new car before vanishing. Sora, pissed, yells for her to come back, but Jiminy and Goofy calm him down. He is angry that it took Larxene to make him finally remember Naminé's name. Basements 9 and 8. Lexeaus asks what's happening to Sora, and Zexion explains that Naminé is shuffling his memories, and that Marluxia might be getting his puppet, after all. He admits that Marluxia and Larxene's action have left him uneasy. Lexeaus brings up Axel too, saying who knows what that one is thinking. Zexion suggests Vexen should handle it, since his replica is almost ready. Lexeaus says that Vexen despises Marluxia, and to think of the mess it would make. Zexion just says, oh well, saying it's better that Vexen cleans up the mess than leaving it to them. Messy. Riku comes face to face with his replica. Replica Riku says, surprised? I guess you should be. I'm an exact copy of you that Vexen made from your data. Riku deads him and says, so you're a fake me? The replica insists he's not a fake. He says, unlike you, I fear nothing. The replica teases him about being afraid of the darkness inside him while he embraces it. I can make it do whatever I want, so I can wipe the floor with you. Shots fired. Riku claps back. Hey, fake, I thought I heard you say you were going to wipe the floor with me, and the replica laughs, promising he'll only get stronger. Riku attacks, and the replica blocks it and laughs, saying he's so missing out on the darkness. The replica runs away as Riku yells for him to come back and fight. We see Vexen, Lexeaus, and Zexion. Vexen asks the replica how the real thing went. Replica brags that Riku is spineless and that he'll be stronger in no time. Vexen asks if he would like to meet another quote-unquote hero, and the replica immediately guesses Sora and says, no worries, the real Riku is nothing, Sora won't be either. Elsewhere, after the Larxene fight. Larxene brags, phew, that battle wore me out. Axel smiles, really looks more like you lost. Vexen shows up calling it an ungainly effort and roasts her for being humbled by someone insignificant. Axel asks why he's even here, and Vexen says he doubts Sora's potential and wants to run an experiment to see if he's really worth it. Larxene calls him out and saying it's just an excuse to run his experiments. Vexen says, I'm a scientist, experiments are what I do. Axel jokes that testing Sora is really about testing Vexen's valet. Larxene doubles down. What he actually is a toy. Axel hands him a card, Destiny Island. A humble gift to my elder. Use it to put on a good show.
Well, what a good amount of story we just got through there. That was fucking awful. Hold on. I'm trying to think because it's the one that we split it up a little bit. So like it's so funny that this acts as like sort of a small-ish like bit.
Yeah.
If we were to keep it as it was, it would have been like insanely long, or it wouldn't have made sense again, just with the whole like cutting up between Sora and Riku. So like it's just funny that like, yeah, we look at this and while it is one floor and two basements, but still a lot happens. A lot has happened with this one.
Yes. That is very true.
Yes. Great job. Your script sounded beautiful as per usual.
I tried to keep it short and sweet.
I love it. You are the queen. You are short and sweet. You're like Miss Sabrina Carpenter, as they say. Oh, yes. So for me, when I was playing this, I played Halloween Town for my floor 6 as well as the cutscene YouTuber that we're watching. And I also forgot to mention last episode, but I did Neverland and Monstro for basements 11 and basements 10. And then I did Agrabah and Traverse Town for basements 9 and basements 8. This episode that we're talking about. So for your Sabrina Carpenter-esque episode, let's jump into what the hell just happened.
Yes. So, yeah, we just learned a lot of info, I feel like, in this little smidge.
Have you ever seen that meme of like, it's like 3 people sitting in 3 different church pews with like, there's a gun pointed behind each of them. And then like whoever the person in the back thinks that they have the upper hand, but then there's like a sniper on top. Like, have you ever seen this meme before?
No, it sounds dark.
It sounds dark, but it's really not. It's definitely from some like ABC like primetime show. It sounds dark. Oh my God. When you weren't answering for like 10 seconds, I was like,
Wait,
it's not, it sounds crazy. It's not crazy.
that's really funny.
Anyway, this is basically my long-winded way of saying like, it's like everyone thinks they have one on the other, but Axel has been like, he's been playing 5D chess and these fucking dorks are playing checkers. Like, it's crazy.
He gives like serial dater vibes.
Oh my God.
That he has like 3 girlfriends going on.
He gives serial
at like one time. And he's like just trying to keep up with like and not having a date on the same day as like the other girlfriend, which would be like the organization versus Sora versus like, you know, other things he's got going on that we don't know about. So
yeah.
it's
He's like, who am I today? He literally is like, I don't know who I am today. I have to figure that out. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's what literally reminds me of.
He is wearing so many different masks. And it's like, you know, from what we were kind of been talking about, how like Axel has always been built up to be like such a fan favorite character. And like, well, again, like we said before, like we get it. He's funny. He's charming. I just didn't understand like why or where it came from. And this feels like the first like bit of like slitheriness that he's showing of like, oh, something is up his sleeve. But not only do we see him talking shit behind Larxene's back, like his wild cardness is also now spilling to like other organization members. Like,
right.
But when Lexeaus is like, and who knows what that Axel is up to.
Right.
Like his reputation of being a wild card is spreading to not just the audience, but to the other organization members too. And it's just crazy.
Yeah, but he's clearly smart because he's like, girl, you're so obvious. You need to like, you need to relax.
Like, comment.
But there's clearly issues, you know, at the organization. There's clearly things happening there that aren't so great.
There's different cliques.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's cliques amongst cliques.
Yes.
These ones.
And now we learn that they have a plan, basically, right?
Yes. It's the first time we hear if we're going to take over the organization.
Right.
Like it's, whoa, like you're using the words out loud for sure. Yeah. That's the first time we're hearing it. And yeah, Larxene's like very quick, like, can you be cool?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Keep it under the hood. She sounds so cool.
And he's like, but you've been so obvious this whole time now. Like, what do you mean?
Like, let me say
Yeah.
something. Can't I say something?
Right.
Jeez.
You
Never
recruited me in
mind.
the first place, right? So just
hmm
saying.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I think that's really. Do you have anything to add about any of that?
For that section, no, I don't.
Right. That was a big bomb that was dropped, but pretty clear. It was a
Yes.
pretty clear
It
bomb.
was, yeah, it was a big bomb dropped, but with like still enough vagueness around it that we're like, oh, there's still more to come. Okay.
Straightforward. Yes. All right, let's do floor 6. Donald says he has to hurry up and dig deep. Sora hee-hees.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. Was that like dirty?
I don't know. I feel like it was supposed to be like that, like sweat,
Like,
like anime thing. I was like, you know?
I don't that was something I didn't understand, but I was just like, I have to put it in there. It was so funny.
Same. So floor 6 is arguably like one of the biggest moments I think of this
You
episode.
think?
Well, hold on. Let me
You
take a
think?
quick break.
Yeah.
I think because he finally remembers Namine's name. Larxene's intro through and through. I mean, we kind of touched upon it last time, but like her intro is a really big personality like marker. Like we have not met anybody like her yet. And then it's also like the first time, I think even in 1, but like after she tosses the card to him and like pieces out, Sora gets
Pissed.
pissed. And this is like, remember the first time when I was playing, I was like, whoa, he is out of control for his sake. He's out of
It's
control.
giving
He's
teenage
fucking
boy.
crazy.
It's giving
His
teenage boy
puberty is
so
finally
hard.
kicking in
Yeah.
here. When he was just like shaking. He's shaking and he's just swinging at the air.
Like in Jiminy
goofy
Cricket's trying to
enough.
calm you down. Like, come on. Like, come
It's just
on.
we haven't seen Sora like quite crash out.
It's so
Like
funny
so mad.
because
But like
in my
it's so funny. I
in
feel
my
so
notes,
bad.
I wrote, "Whoa, Sora is pissed." Like, I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's so
He
angry."
did.
Because yes, it's shocking.
So that's why I think this is like such a big part is that we finally see Sora connecting the name of the girl he keeps forgetting about to Namine, this really big organization member, like in terms of like personality. She's also now granting the next set of world cards to continue exploring the castle. And then we see Sora actually is capable of losing it. So that was a lot of how I felt with that.
That's interesting.
Also, I just really want to shout out Larxene's English VO. I know I keep like going off on about, but like I fucking loved Larxene. She was so like, see you next Tuesday. Like she's so mean.
You're so
Just so funny. But the VO is Chanel Workman Gray. Little trivia, she is the sister to Ariel Winter, who is in Modern Family. She's Alex Dunphy. And she also has a brother named Jimmy Workman, who was Pugsley in the Addams Family from like the 90s with like Christina Ricci and shit. So like they're like a little acting family, that one. But I loved it. I loved her so much. Brittany, I feel like you have a lot to say about Larxene.
you know how I feel about her. She's not my favorite. She's very obnoxious to me personally. She is the flame to the gas light, I feel like. Do you know what I mean? Like, or she's the person that just keeps pouring on the kerosene to the gaslighting flame that the organization has lit on Sora
Oh, yes.
in his mind.
Yes.
So for me, that's why she annoys me. And like the whole like you're a baby thing, that's just like Angelica Pickles
Yeah.
right there. Where
When
she
you
like
wrote
walks up and
that-
she's like, "What's up, babies?" Do you
When you wrote that in your notes, I was like audibly cackling. I was like, holy shit.
That's just like what it reminds me of.
She's so Angelica Pickles. She's Angelica Pickles grown up.
Right.
This is what she turned into.
Hair and everything too, honestly.
Yes.
But yes, that's what she gives. She's just mean girl, and I feel like I don't like
she's
that.
just mean girl.
That's just always in me that I never like,
I listen.
and then she's messing with Sora. Like, come on.
In all actuality, of course, like she is like not letting up. She is not in any way, shape, or form any kind of inviting, but she's not meant to be. She's,
of
as she says,
course.
she's a bad guy.
And
You
I
got to get through
feel
me.
like as a person who's actually played the game, you would probably dislike her even more than me because you had to fight her so many times. Did she like kick the shit out of you then too?
She did. She kicked the shit out of me 4 times. Between her and so we play well, I did as well, but in the cutscene YouTuber that we're watching, Halloween Town was just played. So for me, when I played it, I had just fought Oogie, and that took me 3 times, and then I had to fight Larxene, and that took me 4 times. I literally think half my streaming time that night was spent on Oogie and Larxene, so that was definitely like not a good night for me. That was definitely a pissed off inducing night for me. But yeah, you're totally right.
I would know you were pissed when I got on and you were silent. You were saying nothing. Like there was nothing coming out of your mouth. That's when I got on and you would be like, "Hi." Yeah.
That's so funny because like I know like number one rule with streaming is like you want to be as like engaging and talkative as possible, but like this game, man, it got me so quiet. I was so mad.
Oh my God. I'd be like, okay.
Like literally though, Brittany, every time you came on, it was like that was like my last, like that was my second chance, if you
I
will.
try to be funny.
It just like brought me. I was like, fine, Brittany's on. I will put on a better show now. Like it's
Oh my
fine.
gosh. One other thing I wanted to bring up that you said was that he remembers Nominee's name, but I feel like remember is such a it's not remember to
Careful
me.
word. It's got to be we got more careful.
Discover, like you know what I mean?
Discover. I like that. I like that.
He
Yeah, he
discovers
discovers.
it's Nominee because like to me,
Yes.
he's not remembering it. It's more of a like
Right.
we find out who it actually
Right.
is or what's actually going on here, kind of, right?
Yeah. I would also guess, I mean, a guess is like whatever. We've known of this story for so long at this point, but I would imagine anyone who's playing this for the first time would come across that as a remembering. Like, cause he's like literally like nama, 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 nay.
Yeah.
Like he's like like he's like sounding it out in his head. He's like in school and everything. That you would think you would be wise to think that he was remembering it, but I think you do make a really good point to rework the language that it is more of a discovering her name.
I think that's just me because I'm always on the defense, especially like with Sora. Like I feel like Sora's my boy, so I feel like I'm always on the defense about it. And I just know that they're fucking with him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all not. It's a catch-22, right? That's when like no matter what, it's always like gonna come out wrong. So I feel like
it's no matter what, it's gonna come out wrong. You're totally right.
It's all bad no matter what, I feel like, for Sora. And being gaslit.
He's oh my God. Castle gaslight anyway.
Yes.
But I think that in terms of that area,
I mean, besides Jimmy and Goofy trying to calm him down, that was hilarious.
Oh my God, that was really funny. But just just his like shaking of the like to the air. Like there's no one there, babe.
No.
She's gone.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
But yeah.
The charm.
Oh my God. Hello, duh. Jesus Christ. That was so I was like, let's move on.
I was like, wait, I feel like we're missing something.
This is why we hold each other accountable with this stuff. Yes.
This is also why it's super important.
Well, this is why someone leads the episode because they know it backwards and forwards to catch shit like that. Okay.
I was like, I know something else happened.
You're so right. So this is the first time we see a different charm pop out. And I feel like, again, you would be forgiven to think if like that was just something else that was lying on his person that we just didn't know of. But like, this is supposed to be the charm, the one and only charm. And it's this like
basic ass star.
Bobo ass version of Kyrie. Kyrie like hand sewed these like, leaves of the palper fruit together. She
Like, girl, you're an artist. What is that?
yes,
You draw.
she like dip dyed the petals. Kyrie's bringing out the Labubus and Nominee's bringing out the Lafufus. Like this is like AI made fucking version of the charm. Like what is this?
Right. Kyrie is giving Etsy and Nominee is giving
Temu.
Temu. Yeah, that's the Temu version of Kyrie's charm.
Come on, yeah, you're an artist that colored pencils. You have some tools. We get it. You're a hostage in this castle, but you have some tools.
At least put a smiley face on it like the other one.
She was so capable and she just completely fucking botched it. Anyway.
After he gets kicked too, Is this the second time he's been kicked or is this the first time? He gets kicked like twice.
I think this is the first time. I could have sworn this is the first time. At the very least, it's the first. But like, yeah, like there's no, and he whipped out Kyrie's charm like a floor ago, 2 floors ago.
Right.
So this is 100% the start to his memories becoming more remembrances.
Yes.
Discoveries.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Glad we discussed that.
Thanks for catching that. I totally would have forgotten that.
No, I think that's it. I said all should. Yeah, you said Nominee. Yeah, no, that's good. All right, basements 9 and 8. I feel like at this, like, we kind of discover again that there's issues going on in the organization.
Yeah.
And kind of like, all right, I feel like we realize that everyone is in their own lane at this point, trying to do some shady ass shit.
Yeah.
Someone's doing shady shit.
I feel like if you're following the story the way that we're laying it out, where it's like you're going through Sora and Riku's journeys at the same time, you could see very quickly that everyone is like within their own like group within this organization. If you were just playing it just through Sora's, like it would take a really long time to realize that like not everyone's wearing the black coat, but not everybody is like friends with each other.
That's true. Yeah. Right.
But and we agree. We said I think it's so much better for the timeline that we go through Sora and Riku's journeys at the same time so that we know exactly what's going on at its currentness.
For sure.
And not only do we see that different cliques within the organization have different like feelings, they're feeling like they're more loyal to the actual cause and the other ones are more rebel forces.
Yes.
We're also seeing like you put very simply, there's a lot of mess with this and that like they're already thinking of ways of like, well, let's just have Vexen clean up the mess. Like,
yes. So when we were talking in the car,
mm-hmm.
that was when this situation came up and it's actually called a red herring.
A red herring. That is what it's called. So wait, a red herring is when you believe that this is the problem.
Yes.
But it's actually not. Or like you believe the thing that you're looking for is this, but it is not.
Right.
And it's meant to trick you into thinking. Now, let me ask you, what is the red herring in this situation?
I feel like here it's Vexen is the guy who's getting screwed over because they're like, oh, he's got the replica going on. He can handle the mess. So we'll just step back.
Mm-hmm.
But really the issue is that they're in the background coming together and doing their own thing. So they're just sending him out there to kind of be like, well, if they focus on him, they don't got to worry about what we're doing back here. Do you know what I mean?
Got you. Wait, so they're putting Vexen and the replica out as the red herring.
Right. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Okay. They're setting him up to believing something that isn't all the way true. Zexion and Lexeaus are purposely setting up Vexen. What I think is interesting is that Vexen definitely carries himself as being like, look, I'm like in with this crowd over here, and then I can like sleuth away and I'm a part of this crowd over here, thinking that like because he's number 4, he's got his hands in multiple pots, but like both sides can't stand him. And they are both actively being like, we'll just put it on Vexen however way we can.
They're both like, fuck Vexen, because Axel and Larxene can't stand him. They shit on him. And then now Zexion and fucking
Lexeaus.
They're both like, fuck Vexen. So clearly Vexen is someone is disposable. They do not, they both
Yes.
see him as annoying. So they're like, you and your creepy ass experiments on low boys, you need to relax.
Yeah. I'm a scientist. It's what I do. Like, you sound like you
So
shouldn't be near
weird.
playgrounds. Oh my God.
Okay.
Anyway,
Moving on.
I think everything about the replica and the Riku interactions are so funny because it's just David Gallagher yelling to himself in a booth. Like, it's so good. And I don't know any other way they could have, but like,
This was so funny.
I'm so with you. It's so funny.
It's just like, you're fake. And he's like, no, you're fake. And then he's like, oh, yeah, well, I can have the darkness. And he's like, Riku's like, I already had the darkness. It's just so,
It's so like middle school
it
cafeteria.
really is. This
Like,
whole
it's
thing is
so-
giving middle school, just like the girl problems, the you're fake,
Yes.
like identity crisis problems. It's all giving
Dude.
teenage angst.
I think honestly, just you like already proposing or just like starting it off with just like calling each other fake is like, oh my God, that is so middle school coded. Like in everyone who fought with anyone had to at least start off that like you're fake. You're
fake as
fake as
fuck.
fuck. Like you're and that is their entire whole story. This entire game. It's just, you're so fucking fake.
Oh my God. I love that. I live for that.
But what is so interesting is that while Replica is like the quote unquote fake because he was not born of his own self, he was born from Riku.
He was 3D printed.
He was 3D printed. Because of that, he is technically fake. But what's interesting is that while the replica is fake of like body and like creation in that way, like he is constantly proposing to Riku that he's the fake one because he's the one that's denying who he really is and how this replica is like the version of him that he could be if he just fucking stopped fighting it. There's this like funny bit of who's the fake one, right? Like, is it the one that was 3D printed or is it the one that's pretending to be someone he's not? You know what I mean?
Is he pretending?
Well, Riku is denying a huge part of himself right now. Yes. I don't think he knows that he's denying it. I think that I don't know, he just watched one too many Disney movies where it's like, good prevails all. Like, you must be 100% good all the time. Goody, 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 goody.
Right. It's like you can't just like get up and be like, okay, like, yeah, sorry, I did bad shit. We could just forget about that, right?
Yes. There's no nuances just yet. Yeah.
We can just move on, right? I could just be good now.
Yeah, like, guys, can we just forget the last 48 hours of gameplay we just went through? Who gives a shit? Oh my God, I made a mistake.
Like he just got out of jail, like for like the third time or something, and he's like, I swear, I'm good. Like
He's like, God forbid I take chances, okay? God forbid I want to try something outside of my hometown. My bad, everybody.
I thought if I accepted the darkness that it would be fine, and now I'm fine. I stopped.
Why are you all looking at me? Stop it.
That is hilarious.
Anyway,
look at me. Look at me being easy on Riku. Look at me. Look at me defending him a little.
What is this? New year? What is this?
Ugh,
what has
feels
happened?
yucky.
Brittany, for 20 years, you have been shaking your fist at this gray-haired wrestling suit bozo.
Feels icky.
All it took was this one fucking game for you to be like, oh.
Gives me the ick again.
It's so funny.
Yeah, so then Lexeaus, Zexion, Vexen, when they're all together. And then he comes in and Vexen asks him how the real thing went. I was like, oh my goodness. The real how did the real thing feel? I was like, oh my goodness. What are we talking about here?
Is this a kid's game?
Yeah. So what do we
How'd the real
mean?
thing go?
Yes. I feel like that was another translation that probably went, you know what I mean? They probably meant how is the real one, or like how is.
I was gonna say, I don't know what other ways they could have like phrased that, because it's like this whole thing that like Riku is the real Riku and you're not the real Riku.
Fake as fuck.
But like it had the real thing went. Yeah, I'm just seeing your LOL after that now.
So funny.
But yeah, I mean, everyone knows that Sora's in the house.
Right.
And I think that I'm wondering, Vexen came up with this idea of replica fighting Sora, correct? Like, there's nothing else we've seen that suggests otherwise, that this is like Vexen's big idea.
I believe so because, yeah, Lexeaus and Zexion are basically just chilling in the background and like egging shit on, right?
Yeah.
They're egging Vexen on.
Well, they're egging, and they're also like, remember Lexeus at the end of like Basement 12 is like, let's just wait and see what happens. Like they're happy to wait in the background.
Right. They're chilling in the back.
They're chilling.
Right now, they're just telling Vexen, well, you have your replica, like just go out and do what you want.
Yeah.
So I feel like Vexen is just in his own island. Like, yeah, I'm good with this side and I'm good with that side. Meanwhile, you know, Larxene and Axel are like, he's annoying.
Yeah.
Let him play with his little replica.
His valet.
Yeah, let him play with his little replica and keep that occupied and keep that away, you know, from us right now. So I feel like everybody's eyes are pointed somewhere else. But no, I don't think, not that I have realized.
Yeah. I would say, I feel like Vexen clearly brings this plan to Larxene and Axel, but like, he didn't discuss bringing replica to Sora with Lexi and Zexion. I think they were just like you said, they were chilling in the background.
Right.
He's like, I'm just gonna bring this up to the replica, and then brought it up to Axel and Larxene.
Right. And I feel like they took that as what we were saying before, as like, he's got this plan. Let's let him do that while we are back here doing whatever.
We'll figure out what we want to do next, but in the meantime, we'll let him get started, and we'll see where his stupid fucking experiment goes. Yeah.
No harm in that. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that. Right?
I agree.
Okay. All right, elsewhere, after Larxene fight.
My question for you really quick, just to kind of jump into it. So Axel hands Vexen a Destiny Islands playing card and says, a humble gift to my elder, use it to put on a good show. What I want to ask you is, how did Axel get that Destiny Islands card? Did you see an actual like transaction of it, or do we assume that he created it when he fought Sora?
That's a good question.
This instant is the first time that we see Destiny Islands on a card at all.
Okay.
And if it's Axel handing it to Vexen, I have to assume that Axel created the card because, you know, everyone can create cards while they're fighting each other or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He created the cards from Sora when he fought him after floor 1 and has just been hanging on to it. That's what I'm assuming. And I'm only asking you because as I was like, you know, playing it, going through the cutscenes, writing our scripts, I kept coming back to that and was like, I don't remember ever seeing how Axel would have gotten that unless it was from the data fight. And I don't know, maybe I'm making this question like too complicated or too like I'm adding too many fucking layers on top of it. But basically, how do you think Axel got this Destiny Islands card?
I don't know. I thought I had an idea, but I lost my idea, but I will figure out my idea. But I don't know. I never really thought about it, honestly.
Let's pick up on it later then. Yeah.
I never thought about it.
No problem. Think about it and let me know what you think.
Yes, will do. You guys let us know.
Yeah. How about you guys? Why don't you guys tell me, where the fuck did Axel get the Destiny Islands card? How did he do that? But yeah, I know we kind of talked a little bit about this already, about like how everyone views Vexen and everything. So I don't know.
Right, like he's annoying.
We kind of said everyone's made it very clear that he's annoying. Everyone just wants to see what's gonna happen. No one's trying to like be on board with him or anything like that.
And I thought it was kind of a dig when he said like, for my elder, you know, it's like, haha. Like you're old.
That was definitely like a sneak diss.
Yeah.
Like he didn't need to say that.
No.
He could just have said like, here you go. Use it to put on a good show. He just said, a humble gift to my elder.
Yeah.
And like,
it was so
you know
funny.
what I mean? Like he uses a cane or something to present it to him. Like, you're totally right. That's what I'm saying. Axel, there's a reason he's a fan favorite. He's a little bit of a motherfucker, that one.
Truth.
All right. Anything that you have? Any thoughts about this part?
No, I do not.
All right. The only things I wanted to add very quickly is parts from Halloween Town. So now some interesting things happen in Halloween Town that actually has like a wee bit to do with the story that Wonderland didn't, Olympus didn't, all that didn't. One of the big main things was this whole idea that Dr. Finkelstein shit again.
Steinstein.
I think it's Steen. Okay. The thing that is revolving around in the Halloween Town world is this potions that Dr. Finkelstein created called the True Memories Potion. And basically, in this version, Oogie gets his hands on it. He drinks the True Memories Potion, almost all of it. And then the whole thing ensues. And then it's what they talk about after Oogie is defeated. So essentially, Dr. Finkelstein Steen invents a true memories potion. He says the heart is full of memories, but not all of them reflect the truth. Even important memories change with time. They warp or fade, leaving us with but a shadow of what we hope to remember. They can grow ugly or become more beautiful, and if true memories are recovered, the world would seem completely different. So he devised a potion from forget-me-nots that brings true memories back. After Oogie is defeated and has drank most of the potion, the group suggests Sora drink the remaining potion to figure out what's going on with his memories. But Sora says that he promised Axel that he figured out on his own. One of the last things is that Dr. Finkelstein is, he understands, but what's piqued his interest is that when Oogie drank the True Memories potion, he was overcome with fear, which leads Sora to wonder what will happen if he uncovers his true memories and, awakens them. Will it lead to something even more terrifying? To which Jack very kindly tells him that fear and doubt are signs of a strong heart. They push your heart, strike in new directions, to take chances. Without them, your zest for life might fade. So that's like a very cutesy bow at the end. But what is interesting is that the events that are happening on the floors in Castle Oblivion are being mentioned in the worlds where they weren't before. Like in all the other worlds, no one knows what's going on in Castle Oblivion, things like that. But I just thought it was interesting that they talk Jack, Dr. Finkelstein, and Steinstein, and Sora all are discussing what to do about what's going on with his own memories, and he even mentions Axel by name. So thought that was interesting to add. And then the other two things I wanted to just shout out from the world, because there was these two really funny parts, and it's just Dong has a full-on crash out about how scared he is at Halloween Town, and / Jack is fucking with Donald the entire opening. It's really funny. Donald's constantly scared and Jack is making him believe that he should be scared. And then the other thing is Oogie's arrival is just full on bug ass to camera, and then he just WWE SmackDowns Sally out of the way to grab the potion. It's so silly.
Oh my goodness.
It's so funny. But I had to throw it in there. It's so funny.
I have to watch that.
Anyway, that is my whole thing. All right, so if there's nothing else for us to shout out, Brittany, we're going to go through your update to the storyline, aka the storyline update.
Yes.
So, starting from the protagonist story, which is Sora, the blonde girl nominee from Sora's past is introduced, as well as Kyrie's charm is replaced with another, but Sora doesn't know it. In the supporting protagonist story category, which is Riku comes face to face with his replica, learns how he was created, and is promised a rematch after Riku defeats him. For the universe's story, we got a couple of things, everyone, so please bear with us. There's a lot. Larxene is introduced, and she's in a foul mood. Axel and Larxene have their own plan, but behind her back, Axel seemingly has another quote-unquote card up his sleeve. Zexion creates a replica of Riku and believes it's the weapon needed to take down Riku and Sora. Zexion and Lexeaus are suspicious of how Marluxia and Larxene is moving without a real thought to Axel. Zexion, Lexeaus, and Vexen task Replica Riku to take on Sora next, and Vexen introduces this idea to Larxene and Axel. And then lastly, Axel hands Vexen a card with Destiny Islands on it. And for our last category, because uniquely, we actually have something to add for the world encountered, which is Halloween Town in terms of Sora's worlds. Dr. Finkelstein creates a True Memories potion and offers it to Sora to take if he wants to regain what he's losing, but Sora refuses it to figure it out on his own. So for the world encountered story, we only really have this one entry for Halloween Town because nothing happens in basements 9 and 8 worldwide. Anyway,
Yes.
whoa, that was a meaty little episode,
Yeah.
sweetie.
It's a nice little like fillet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A very nice fillet indeed.
Yeah.
Cooked to perfection. And I believe our next few episodes are going to be quite the amount of entrees. I'm
Woof.
like
Yeah.
scrolling through them right now. They are quite the amount.
That's all, folks.
I think this one was sizably explained. I think you did a great job with your script. And I think
Thanks.
we have a few lingering things that we can hang on to. We definitely don't have a lot of answers right now. Anyway, Brittany, great job on this episode.
Thanks.
Next episode, we're going to be talking floors 7 through 10 and basements 7 and 6. And I will be leading that one.
Yes.
So I'll be leading the blueprints, but baby, I'm going to need your help talking through commentary because that one's going to be a whole lot as well.
No problemo.
Perfect. Well, everyone, thanks so much for listening. Brittany, I love you.
Love you.
And until next time, I'm Victoria.
And I'm Brittany.
And we are
Gummi Ship Radio.
Signing off. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Gummi Ship Radio.
You and your power, aka your friends, can follow the show on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
To see our storyline update, stay in the know, or just to say hey, you can follow our account on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Gummi Ship Radio, or email us at gummishipradio@gmail.com.
Please rate and review our podcasts. Your support will help us immeasurably.
Our intro is arranged and theme music created by Matt Whiteford.
This podcast is hosted and produced by Victoria Harrington and Brittany Morales.
We'll be thinking of you wherever you are, and see you next time.
Bye, Gummi Ship Radio.